Yeah. So, 2021. It's been a minute. I'm gonna preface this with I was working a real job and multiple real jobs actually. And this should be the greatest story of all time. So, I quit my food retail job at a good old Subway, if anyone knows that. Um, and I got me a better job at some other retail store, and then I quit that after 3 months because it was 2020. And then I got a big boy job. I worked at a printing company. We printed yearbooks for like your kids and all that. Um, I was responsible to keep a printer running practically the whole shift, you know? If the ink ran out, you just pop it in. If there's no paper, you get more. Like, pretty simple, just on a larger scale. If you've worked with large printers, you'll know what I'm saying. But it ain't your printer at home. I got that kind of job. And it was a good one. I'd been kind of dizzy here and there for the whole year before, but it just kept getting worse. And, I wasn't going to the doctor because in 2020, I was, let me think about it, 19. So I had got my nose pierced, got this job, and had it for 6 days. 6 days. And then I fell. I fell and hit my head. And, that's not easy. Heavily concussed didn't make the dizziness better. So, what do you do? Well, I stayed in bed. I stayed in bed for a year, I'm pretty sure. Until I finally got some health insurance through my state and got some help with a physical therapist that could flip ear crystals. And it made the dizziness go away. So,
Show them how cute you are. Hi. He's a member of the elderly community. Yeah, the sweet, sweet elderly. Hi. Oh. Where do you want to go? You a happy girl?
in like June that time, I was convinced something was wrong, right? So we started going to see doctors to figure out what we could do for it, right? And they recommended physical therapy and other stuff. But the primary thing was a brain scan, like a CT brain scan or whatever. Get one of those, and they literally tell you three things. Or not you, me. They tell me three things, which is it could be trauma, it could be a mass, or it could be cancer. That's literally what's told to me. So I just kind of slip into the deepest depression of my whole life, honestly, and that's what kept me in the bed, truthfully. It's not something I'm proud of, but I did recover. It took a while. Fast forward to probably September, October, maybe November, is another brain scan, and it's confirmed that there's no growth, there's no cancer. Waiting that long, that's why I paused that long. Waiting that long with only those 3 possibilities echoing in your head, some louder than the others, it isn't fun. It's just heartbreaking. And I'm tearing up for myself a little bit because I lost a lot of my own time. And I'm in bed. I was trying to play video games here and there, but I was usually still too sick and in pain to play them. But I had this awesome boyfriend at the time that stayed with me. So 2022, I moved out of my family home of 17 years back into apartment living. Because we had lost the home, but still had to live with a member of the home. If you know what I mean. We went through this together. And it wasn't easy. And it's also something that I can't talk about, but after being in bed and moving, I had to go back to being quiet and enjoying my time somehow, some way behind a shut door. Because my time apparently does not belong to me. Fast forward through that a little bit because I did go to doctor's appointments and stuff like that because I was still dizzy. I was still sick here and there, this, that, and the other. And I went through a series of tests. And when you do a tilt table, an echo, and EKG, if I remember that one right, when you do all of those things, to find out you've had this condition that makes you feel like this your whole life. Because I was also falsely diagnosed with seizure disorder in this time. And it turns out through trial and error, through multiple doctors trying to get the right answer, it's POTS. And if you don't know what that is, postural orthostatic tachycardic syndrome. And my heart likes to skyrocket or sink whenever I stand up and do stuff. Now, with that trial and error means trial and error of a lot of medications, i.e. the seizure medications I was on, quickly stopping those, and getting put on a good heart medication to help regulate my heart rhythm or whatever. Now, as you can see, I feel great. And I do normal human things again. I'm not in bed. And I'm certainly proud of it. So, just be proud with me, honestly. And also in that time, I was painting, in case you were wondering what those kind of glimpses of a painting was that's scattered on that one wall. There's more paintings, but that's the only one you can see for right now. I might do a video about the other one, but I haven't decided. But anyway, hopefully that explains some of the last bit of time that I haven't been here and closes the gap, and we will be back. Hopefully with just regular programming. Goodbye.